Hi, Sean. I appreciate your patience while I put your website audit together. I'm going to touch on the on page elements of your site, hypothesis.co, and the off page elements of your site. Now, the off page elements are designed to target specific traffic to your site, where the on page elements should be designed in a way to convert that traffic into paying customers through just a guided and easy way. Now, the first thing that caught my eye about your site is that it is very eye-catching. It is, a very beautifully designed site, laid out very nicely. It's got a lot of, good features on it. Now, in terms of the human element, that's great, and obviously that is kind of what you're targeting. Although, to be honest, in terms of a search engine point of view, there is no clarity as to what you are offering. And that could be that is a problem when it comes to organically ranking in the search engines to actually get more traffic in outside of paid ads and paid traffic, of course. So what I would do is I would be adding a better title up here. So it could be hypothesis and then a separator with what you do, maybe create digital experiences or whatever it is you mainly focus on. So obviously I can see here, experience design, delivery consulting, engineering. That's perfect. Now I think that should be encompassed up here in your heading. Like that's all well and good, but I think just to clear, so if you have a potential customer looking through your site, you want them to be able to kind of understand what you do from the first kind of 10 seconds. Otherwise, you get a lot of bounce through rates and you get a lot of bounce backs and people just exit the site. I really like this. I like how say hello is separate, like different color, and it does stand out at the top in the header here. I would be adding a call to action down here, whether it is a click to call or even a link to the contact page. And I would also add a lead generating form on this page as well. You do have the email subscribe option down here, which is good. Maybe you can even have that up the top and make that footer a little bit smaller. But like I said, it's a great site. Also, another thing in the eyes of the search engines that could take away is the fact that it's all on one page and you've got these anchor links linking. So the anchor links are obviously, again, aesthetically, they're great. And for the human element, people browsing your site, it looks great. But again, for the search engines, more pages, the better. Even if it's a home page, having an about page, which is, you can call it who we are, that's fine. So, your home page, I would be adding more content to this. I think you've probably got around 800 words or so on here. I would be adding 1,500 or so. Because the search engines love content, and essentially the aim of the search engine is to be as relevant as possible. So if I'm searching for elephants and, I don't want ducks, I don't want to get information on ducks, really. For example, search for goat's cheese. And the first site that pops up, apart from the Woolworths site, is Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia is a source of knowledge. It's constantly updated with fresh content, relevant content, and Google loves that, so it ranks it up high. So what I would specify is to really define what you are trying to target, what people would be searching for when what you want people to search for when they're thinking of your company. That kind of relates to hypothesis. And so when it's in the search engine, you can then guide that traffic to your site and then kind of design in the site in terms of the headers, call to actions, forms to drive that traffic to actually convert and become paying customers. Showcase is great. I noticed there's you've got your blogs here, which is perfect. I'd be sharing those blogs. I'd be going blogger outreach, again, to those markets you want to target. Blogger outreach is a great way to get more eyes to your site. So keep up with the blogs. Blogs are great. What I would also be doing, like I said, blogger outreach. I would also be looking at any of your clients you've worked with to see if you can get a link from them back to your site. What that's going to do is it's going to increase the trust of your brand, essentially. And the way that this kind of works, I wouldn't worry too much about the names and stuff, but the higher these are, the more trustworthy in the eyes of the search engines you are. And it's like a popularity contest, so you get these through votes. So essentially, with your clientele here, if you got a link from, say, CabCharge coming back to your site, that's essentially a vote from CabCharge to your site, who are one of the, let's say, popular kids, because they've probably got a big, they've got a really high, metrics here. So especially if you can get a link from a government site, that will skyrocket you. And again, like I said, the real aim for you would be to clearly define what you want people to search for and come with your site. So even if you got experience design, delivery consulting, so you could run an organic campaign on delivery consulting. So let's actually get a keyword finder up. So let's put delivery consulting. So yeah, so getting around 10 search. So the aim is to find keywords and match that content to kind of drive that traffic to your site. So, sorry. Again, so what we do, look, I would add more content, constantly add more content. Content is key in the game of the search engine, the odds of search engines. The more relevant, the better. The clearer that you have your of what your company offers, the better for both the human element and the search engines. Again, like I said, I wouldn't really change how your site's laid out. I think it's a brilliant site. I would just be making it clearer as to what you accomplish, and I would probably maybe task these as maybe what we do as a services thing. Maybe even have a drop down menu that has clear descriptions of clear titles of what you offer. And you can have an About Us page that has our people in there as well. And if you have it linked to other sites, it's just better in the eyes of the search engines. But again, not a bad thing that you've got this if obviously for the human element. Now obviously your mobile site is also well the same. I think a site like this works well on a mobile site. So yeah, look, I'll stop rambling now and I'll just kind of sum up things. So yeah, clearer content, clearer description of what you are doing. Now, one thing I noticed is that you don't have a meta description. So meta description is the tag that when people do find your site on the search engine, it's basically the paragraph or so, or the sentence or so of what you offer. So for example, I'm going to put hypothesis co. So here, so we believe positive change. So I would be looking at putting a custom one in there, changing that title as well to be more descriptive of what you offer. And again, that helps the search engine, also helps anyone who clicks onto your site to understand what you do. Have your click to call here. Have a say hello thing here. The easier it is for people to contact you, the more likely they are to to interact and to respond and to obviously become a paying customer. So look, I'll leave it at that. If you do want any more help with this, please feel free to contact me on 0401 913 786 or on my email at roger, that's ROGER, at rjwdigital.com.au. Thank you.